Hi everyone, and welcome back to our channel, Olden Goldens. In today's video, we'll be remembering American celebrities who have recently passed away, along with other notable figures from around the world. Before we begin, we'd really appreciate it if you could show your support by giving this video a like. It truly means a lot to us. Aaron Kaufman, the Emmy-nominated director behind Superpower, Sean Penn's Paramount Plus documentary about the Ukraine-Russia war, has died at the age of 51. Deadline confirmed the news with Chad Verdi of Verdi Productions, who financed and executive produced some of Kaufman's previous and upcoming projects, including Superpower. He died in Las Vegas of an apparent heart attack on Thursday. Kaufman is perhaps best known for co-helming Superpower alongside Penn, and the effort translated into a news and documentary Emmy nod in the Outstanding Politics and Government documentary category. What began as an aim to track Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky's rise from popular comedian actor to a prominent political leader transitioned to a war doc in the aftermath of Russia's campaign launched in 2022 when Kaufman was on the ground as a filmmaker. Speaking to the one-year anniversary of the conflict's beginning at the 2023 Berlin Film Festival, Kaufman said, "It seems obvious that the stakes are not between Russia and Ukraine. The very nature of modern democracy is being challenged." Also part of Kaufman's filmography is the Vice Studios documentary Crusaders, about sexual abuse within the Jehovah's Witness community. Other credits include 2016's Pierce Brosnan thriller Urge, which he wrote, directed, and produced. He was also a frequent collaborator of Robert Rodriguez's, producing Machete Kills and Sin City, A Dame to Kill For. In 2009, he also executive produced the romantic black comedy film Spread, starring Ashton Kutcher. At the time of his death, Kaufman had several forthcoming projects, including a documentary on the life of Hawaiian singer Don Ho, and partnership with Verdi to Back the Jet, a doc about the life of former kickboxer Benny the Jet Urquidez, also co-produced by Keanu Reeves and Fisher Stevens. Kaufman is survived by his 3 children, as well as his mother, brother, and sister. Sherry Coben, a daytime Emmy-winning writer-producer, best known for creating Kate and Allie, died October 16th of cancer at her home in New Milford. She was 71. Coben was the mastermind behind the Emmy-winning comedy that starred Jane Curtin and Susan St. James. Shot in the Ed Sullivan Theater, Kate and Allie quickly became a top 10 hit and ran for 6 seasons on CBS. Coben began her career in the art department at KYW-TV in Philadelphia, doing graphics, sets, illustrations, and animation for all their local programming and The Mike Douglas Show. After moving to New York City and working freelance as an artist for a wide range of television shows and magazines, she got her break in writing on the beloved NBC children's program Hot Hero Sandwich, for which she received a Daytime Emmy. She went on to write for the ABC soap opera Ryan's Hope in 1980, before creating the hit CBS sitcom 4 years later. It lasted until 1989, airing 122 episodes. Coben also was a writer-producer on the Saturday morning CBS series Bailey Kipper's POV and creator-writer of the web series Little Women, Big Cars. In addition to her work as a writer-producer, Coben was a proud mentor and active volunteer in service of the next generation of high-caliber writers, performers, artists, and human beings. She is survived by her husband, film editor Patrick McMahon, and daughters Kaylee McMahon and Jama McMahon. Mitzi Gaynor, the actor, singer, and dancer who starred in such 1950s Hollywood musicals as South Pacific and There's No Business Like Show Business, before going on to conquer the Las Vegas stage and TV variety specials, has died, her management team announced today. She was 93. As we celebrate her legacy, we offer our thanks to her friends and fans and the countless audiences she entertained throughout her long life. Renee Reyes and Shane Rosamonda of Gaynor's MGMT team said today in the statement announcing her death. See the entire statement below. The statement added, "We take great comfort in the fact that her creative legacy will endure through her many magical performances captured on film and video, through her recordings, and especially through the love and support audiences around the world have shared so generously with her throughout her life and career." Please keep Mitzi in your thoughts and prayers. Liam Payne, a founding member of the popular British-Irish boy band One Direction, died Wednesday in Buenos Aires, Argentina, after falling off a balcony from the hotel's 3rd floor. He was 31. La Nación reports that before the incident, police were called by Hotel Casa Sur staff to report an aggressive man that could have been under the influence of drugs or alcohol. We were alerted about a person who was in an internal courtyard of Casa Sur Hotel. First responders arrived and confirmed the man's death. We later learned that he was a singer in a musical group. Unfortunately, he had injuries incompatible with life as a result of his fall, so we had to confirm his death. There was no possibility of resuscitation. Alberto Crescenti, head of the state emergency medical system, said. Although they were going to await an autopsy report, Crescenti noted that Payne apparently had a skull fracture, a very serious injury. Payne rose to fame as part of One Direction, the pop group formed by Simon Cowell on the X Factor UK Season 7 in 2010 that also featured Harry Styles, Niall Horan, Louis Tomlinson, and Zayn Malik. The group released 5 studio albums from 2011 to 2015, all of which went platinum in the US and hit #1 or #2 stateside and in the UK, and were top 10 around the world. It scored 4 #1 singles in Great Britain: Debut, What Makes You Beautiful, Little Things, One Way or Another, whose video Payne directed, and Drag Me Down. 5 others reached #2 in the country, as One Direction became one of the top-selling boy bands ever. One Direction saw less chart dominance in the US, but had a half-dozen top 10 singles and 7 million sellers stateside. 3 other singles went gold in America. The band was featured in the 2013 documentary One Direction, This Is Us, which was billed as intimate all-access look at life on the road for the global music phenomenon. Released by Sony Pictures, it looked at its meteoric rise to fame from humble hometown beginnings to the X Factor to conquering the world and performing at London's famed O2 Arena. This Is Us grossed more than $68 million worldwide. One Direction also had 2 platinum-selling long-form videos in the US, with Up All Night, the live tour, which got a brief overseas theatrical release, and Where We Are, Live in San Remo. Payne also had 2 top 10 solo singles in the UK, with Strip That Down and For You, the latter from the 50 Shades Freed soundtrack. He postponed a South American solo tour last year to recover from a kidney infection. Payne played himself in a 2012 episode of iCarly and did the same in a voice role for Family Guy 4 years later. He had been the subject of tabloid headlines recently after his ex-fiancée, the model and social media content creator Maya Henry, went public with details about their turbulent relationship. She had reportedly sought a cease and desist order to stop him from contacting her. Information on survivors wasn't immediately available, but Payne had a son with singer Cheryl Cole in 2017.
Breaking news of the day.
Bruce Willis was recently seen during a rare public outing as he continues to battle frontotemporal dementia. The 69-year-old Die Hard star, who retired from acting in 2022 after being diagnosed with aphasia, was spotted in Los Angeles' Studio City. Willis, seated in the passenger seat of a car, wore a white and navy striped shirt paired with a black hat and appeared relaxed as he was driven around the neighborhood. His public appearances have become increasingly rare due to his health condition. Willis's family, including ex-wife Demi Moore and their daughters, have provided occasional updates on his condition. Most recently, Moore described him as stable during an event at the 2024 Hamptons International Film Festival, noting that the family has embraced a deep acceptance of his health situation. In September, Willis's daughter, Tallulah, shared photos of him on Instagram, expressing her love for her father and the emotional journey of coping with his illness. While Willis may not appear in public often, his family continues to offer unwavering support as they face his health challenges together.